show.
And the pregame warm.
It's time for the NBA. Live on pregame sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Holden, the fourth member of our crew. Off the sideline, Hall of Famer David Ardis.
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and space. His teams in Phoenix popularized small ball, moving around and pushing the tempo in their 7 seconds or less offense. It's ironic that now his Houston team plays a much slower isolation style of basketball. Kevin, that shows his flexibility.
Whatever works, David. Thanks. Now the Lakers starting group. Green and Wanda in the backcourt. Up front is Kuzma and Davis. And it's LeBron in the three. And for the Rockets, Edmund Gordon around in the wing. Tucker is good ball up front. And it's Westbrook in at the point back. Now he's Harden. There's one for three. Rondo with the rebound. You don't see that very often. A wide open three. It's usually like a layup. That's some great moments for Rajon Rondo. Helped Boston to a title back in 2008. And as you know, he's a four-time All-Star. He's one of the most honoring, toughest, and smartest players in the league. The fouls, and he makes it sound like
He's made it clear once his player days are done, he wants to be in the NBA. And the rejection by James. Love what? So it's the Lakers now. And they double up James. Good defensively by Capella. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be. He is so strong in the paint.
And I shot by Tucker. Basically, the little easier on the fourth shot to find his target.
Kuzma left side. Here's Davis. Great pass to set up the layup. There's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA. Davis has got to be right at the top. He gets his hands on the ball down low. You might as well just count it.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Capella with the bucket. Great hands. You can't let Capella get established down there. Once he does, you can look good. Rondo passes to Green.
Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
He's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from me.
Rockets have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Nice shot by Harden. Right open. And they come right down to their own 3-point.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
These days, so much emphasis on the perimeter games. You can see why after that season.
And it's Green.
He missed that one, but I've seen him real shots from that distance in Warner.
Which is why they're okay with him. I'm sure if he gets that kind of look again, he's going to let it fly. Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done. there was an up and down season for the Rockets last year. They started out very slow, and then because of this, it took them a little while to get into the playoff picture. But how about this? They won their division and only now for fourth season in the playoffs.
Rondo against Westbrook. To the inside. Here's Gordon. Nice pass. Right over the right. Perfectly for the layup.
I love the attitude of Westbrook continues to improve as running offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his team.
And Chris last year being the fourth seed in the postseason was trouble for the Rockets.
Yeah, it was. Especially Kevin, when you have to face the Warriors in the second round. They got bounced out in game 6 despite the Warriors losing the game. The slow start of the regular season, and I think they're the big factor. Attacking and transition the most consistent way to generate EPS. You can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunities there.
Now here's Westbrook. He's been quiet so far. He's put no points in the game.
And you know Westbrook has an outstanding vertical. Once he gets to the line, he's rim. Beware.
LeBron against Gordon. Over Gordon. James finds Davis. Good in the assist goes to LeBron. 6 points for Anthony Davis. Nice back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, that he uses on the defensive end. And if Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a handout.
Westbrook just to the heart. Capella, the ball kick out there. To get down to Westbrook. Inside. It's stolen by this. It's tipped. It's stolen by Capella. Tipped away. And here we go. That's where Kuzma's got. Here's James. With the ball, bucket is good. In fact, they have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Oh, great ball movement there. They're playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to do.
Next up in the game is for Houston. And you know how it's checked in for PJ Tucker. Green comes in for Gordon. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Pass to Harden. Over Daniel. They get it back. Capella. And tonight he sends it right off the glass. Stolen by Harden. On the wing, Green. Looks good. The assist that time from Harden.
He's significant finding the open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard.
LeBron outside. It's stolen by Capella. Oh, that's right for the Rockets. In with the ball. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. Just trying to force something rarely good up here. Now here's Harden. Out of the room. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. Great rebound by the Lakers.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just was basically with something.
After Hardy rebounding on that goal. Box out, both the ground, all in the middle. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He finishes. Now you see a lot of players who pick up and control and fire up NBA.
I play people all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see that actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's LeBron is he lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half of this one. And take a look at Los Angeles' performance here.
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So the Lakers 5 right now. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Cook in at the 1. Rockets trail by 7. And a big summer for the Lakers, trading for Anthony Davis. For a time, Greg, it even looked like they had a great shot at landing Kawhi Leonard.
He ends up choosing the Clippers, which gives rise to a compelling rivalry. The nexus of NBA basketball has shifted to the city of angels. Whichever team you root for, LA fans with a lot to celebrate.
Over in the corner, Green. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Green's got 6 points.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. Players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And here's Harden for 3. There's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets from deep. Harden hands it from downtown. 8 points for him.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Daniels dishes to McGee. And it's McGee slamming it down.
Now, given McGee's explosiveness around the rim, I don't think that anyone should be surprised to see him throw it down like that.
And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. They trail by 9 points. A 3-ball. Again, the miss by Harden.
If he was shooting even a little bit better, the story of this game would be a lot different.
Got a piece of it. And now Daniels pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Here's Caldwell-Pope. The Rockets pull it in. Harden outside. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And sometimes I feel like people don't truly appreciate the greatness of what James Harden does. He's one of the toughest guys to check on the fast break. He has one of the best Euro steps in the game, the best footwork in the game. He'll hit you in the head for deep. You can't check him without fouling him. The precision of his movements, the ease in which he scores. Come on, man.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. As you said, C. Webb, what Harden has been doing the last few years is truly remarkable.
Yeah, Kevin, and it's funny because when you are achieving greatness and critics try to diminish what you're doing, it's just funny to me. Harden is one of the great guards of all time, no matter how you slice it.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Gordon comes in for Gerald Green. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Rivers.
Oh, you can get spoiled watching him at the line. I mean, you just expect him to make every one, every time.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Harden, it's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Harden's got 12 in the game.
The D can't let Harden get free from that area. I mean, are they crazy? He's deadly with that jumper.
Rondo kicks to Bradley. Trying to get open is Davis. Off target from three-point range. Over House. And that one's good by Davis. 8 points for him.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Well, it was speculated all of last season and shortly after the finals ended that Anthony Davis had his wish fulfilled by getting traded to the Lakers.
And Davis and LeBron make as scary a duo as you can think of in the NBA. Missed out on some of the other marquee free agents, but AD will get a plethora of looks playing alongside LeBron.
Here is House. He's still scoreless so far in this one, and the shot goes in.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to see from Tucker. Head up, looking to use his teammates. He's a smart player. He knows he can't do it all by himself.
Rondo against Westbrook. Passes to Bradley. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. They get it back. Here's Davis. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. LeBron, he's checked in for the Lakers. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Westbrook against Rondo. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Harden.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
And finished off by Davis.
Yeah, Rondo just knows how to wheel and deal, has that exceptional feel for when one of his guys is open.
Rockets have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. Here's Westbrook. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Oh, they've tailored their offense around him. And let me tell you, he loves playing in this system.
The drive by James. Bradley, no one around him. Out to Kuzma. And there's the pass to Rondo. James finds Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rondo can't get it to go. Rockets trail by 5. Harden the pass to Gordon for Davis. They grab their own miss. House, a beautiful reverse layup. House has got his second basket of the game.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
For the Lakers, 6 straight seasons outside the playoffs. Can you believe it's the worst record in the NBA over that span? I mean, for the league's premier franchise, it's not what they're accustomed to.
Here's James. 9 points in the game so far. And the dunk by James.
James is just remarkable, showing no remorse when he's attacking the rim.
And the Lakers have an illustrious past, Chris, but they can't rest on their laurels.
Yeah, you're right, Kev. Teams around the league are getting more advanced with their scouting. The Lakers taking steps to ensure they remain on the cutting edge.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half of the game. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Misses the 3. We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Rondo finds Kuzma. In the corner, Bradley with it. Stolen by Tucker. Harden with it. Picked up by Kuzma. Harden's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And they double up Davis. And it's James Harden with the rebound. And he banks in the layup. Harden's got 16.
And Harden is the last guy the D wants to see get loose on the break. I mean, so talented at finishing off of these opportunities.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Lakers lead by 5. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got our offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. He's been playing extremely well lately and making some new highlights for us already in this one. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still.
And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. The forwards are Gordon and Tucker. And it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And LeBron James gets it to go. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the 2 guys that are on my mind, they definitely talk trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, one that plays out there in Golden State. Oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talker back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those 2 guys would talk trash so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too.
And you couldn't hide a smile either. They started getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you, themselves. After they missed the shot, they would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing. And all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, but at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Los Angeles. JaVale McGee comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Westbrook passes to Gordon. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. One-on-one fast break. Cook, good.
Oh, and the long arms of Caldwell-Pope are so dangerous on defense. He is so good at making his man feel uncomfortable, which in turn earns him a ton of steals.
Here's Westbrook. And the dunk by Capella.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And the defense has to be aware of this. When you don't put a body on him, you pay the consequences.
Here Here's Rivers. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And he gets the bucket.
Looking tenacious on these takes. Got to respect Rivers' fearlessness going strong like this. Well, the Houston Rockets, not exactly a balanced offense. I mean, they lean so heavily on James, but you can't argue with the results. That's a shot they're always happy to give, even when he blows the finish.
Lob pass to Capella. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Green dishes to Caldwell Pope. No good with the triple. And see Webb with the Rockets offense. The numbers speak for themselves.
Well, yeah, Kevin, I mean, they had the second best offensive rating last season. I mean, they rely on isolations, threes, and free throws, but it gets the job done for them. You wonder, though, just how far this approach can take them.
And the Lakers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Looking at who's out there now for the Lakers. Daniels, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Bradley's subbed in for Quinn Cook. Here's Rivers, and that one drops.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside, Green. And another three for the Lakers.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Westbrook kicks to Gordon. It counts, and the foul. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Chris, as we know, the season began a year ago for Eric Gordon with some poor shooting numbers. Then, halfway through, he blossomed.
Yes, Kevin, and as you know, he kept focusing all year. He just kept shooting it. And he got better and better and better. His confidence wasn't shaken by it. He still took a ton of threes, and then down the stretch, they started dropping him. You know what he did when that started happening? Drive into the hole because the defense had to respect his shot.
Bradley deciding where to go with it. No good on the triple.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Gordon finds Westbrook for the tie, and he lays it up and in. Westbrook's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Capella against Cousins, and they double up Cousins. Dishes it to McGee, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
1:32 left to play in the third. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Capella, the best to House. Over in the corner, Green sinks the three-pointer. Green's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Talk about the great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Bradley dishes to Daniels. Here's McGee. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. McGee's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
And finished off by Westbrook.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. A nice shot by Rivers.
And his coaches and teammates trust Rivers. This is why he feels comfortable pulling up like this.
Bradley kicks to Cousins. Back to Bradley. Pass to Daniels. On the wing, Green. It's deflected. Stolen by Rivers. That's tipped. In the corner, it's Gordon. Beyond the arc. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Rockets ahead, up 2. We'll get right back to the action when we... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. So for the Lakers right now, Green and LeBron.
Oh, wow. Look out.
That's a beautiful jam.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. Superb athlete.
Yeah, strong move there. Big points on that possession. In need of a bucket late. This is the guy you want to go to.
And it's Houston with another.
When Harden gets to cooking, you got to feed him. You got to keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
Kuzma finds James. And the dunk by James.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Latrey. Harden, no good.
Can't quite find his three-point touch in the second half yet. He had 2 in the first half, but still none since the break.
Houston's gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. That one falls.
He's getting hotter the deeper we get into this game. I mean, he didn't give him much of anything in the first half.
Here's James. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got his 4th assist in this one. And stolen by James. And they double up James. Green, the pass to James. Here's Kuzma. And reportedly, LeBron James spends over $1 million a year just on training and maintaining his body.
Well spent. For his age, the most minutes played in NBA history, he's doing everything possible to extend his prime.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, and you got to count the poor health for the Lakers last season, hampering their ability to compete. The longest injury layoff in LeBron James' career. And all told, more than 200 games missed to injury, Kev.
Here's Davis, and it's Davis with the jam. It's been a tight one so far. Very close game.
And matchups, it's really what it's all about, and these two teams are really equal.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And the Lakers parting ways with their head athletic trainer from last season and hoping for more health this year.
Wow, well, we all know it's a result-oriented business. I mean, luck can play a big role with injuries, believe me. Teams count on their training staff to keep players in the game.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said, we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Clock is at 3. And here's Harden for 3. Here's Capella, and Davis sends it back.
Tucker's very good at using his body and drawing contact. I mean, he's got the physical tools, and he's not afraid to use them. Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense, he's tough, he rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner 3.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good.
And the chance to take the lead gets away because of the miss.
Rondo looking around. And and they double up Davis. Stolen by Tucker. Jumps up, and Harden with the stuff.
When you put everything into your defense like Tucker does, good things happen. Like easy points off of a terrific steal.
And Tucker, Chris, the type of player who will do all the small things for a team.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be anything more than he is with the stars on his team, and he knows that. Tucker's a great glue guy. He sets screens, guards anyone, rebounds, hits his shots.
Pass to Green. Stolen by Tucker. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. Harden, that's good.
Oh, he's got a role in this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
Davis in the corner. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Rivers gets a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. Here's James, and the dunk by LeBron.
I love how James takes hold of these possessions. When his team needs a basket, he steps up to the plate.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for Houston.
Timeout.
The lead is 2. Timeout called, the Rockets.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes, Greg, it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Westbrook. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got his 5th assist in this one.
Like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Here's LeBron. Yep, that one goes. James has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Here's Tucker, and the rejection by James. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Rondo with the ball.
He just lives for the moment. Rondo there coming up big time for his team when they need it most.
Harden against Green. It's Harden with the drive. Here's Westbrook. It's not going to go for him. Davis with some nice D. LeBron with it. And it's Gordon picking him up.
And James loves these big moments. He isn't afraid to shoot it when the game is on the line.
Rockets trail by 3. There's Gordon with the 3. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got 7 rebounds in the game. Rondo finds Kuzma to the paint. And the dunk by James.
Whether he's driving, posting up, or firing from deep, you know LeBron has it all. He's been a fantastic evening for him.
There's a minute left in the fourth quarter. Green against Harden. Will it go? LeBron grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Kuzma outside. Fires from deep. Westbrook pulls it in. And so here is Houston. It's a 5-point game. And it's Capella missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Here's LeBron.
That's great work on D. At that end of the floor, Tucker never stops working.
LeBron, no good. Got it. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket, using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
Timeout.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up the score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 6. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, what's your take?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, right now it's technically a two-possession game, but that means you'll have to hit 2 threes without your opponent scoring again.
From deep, Harden. Pass to Tucker. Now here's Westbrook, guarded by Kuzma. And it's Westbrook missing.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Come on, you can't be selfish. You got to be willing to make the next pass. Otherwise, you're just predictable.
And so the Lakers take the win. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David.